Hi everyone. I think my hair looks better when it's down across my face. So, it's been a hectic morning because my friend and I are on the phone back and forth about Airline. So, let me tell you what she's taught me. Oh geez, there's a cat that's missing. I don't think I've seen that one. Okay, there are some things about airlines. There are so many variables that you have to keep in mind. Can you check your seat? Can you get the seat you want? What is the baggage fee? Some airlines it's free, maybe up to $2. Some you got to pay like $30 or $50 a piece. You got to take that into consideration. So you might think you're getting a good deal, but you may have a 30-hour layover, which was my situation. I thought I was getting a good deal. Yeah, for 30 hours, where in the hell am I going to, like, I have slept in many airports for up to 6 hours. That's not an issue. But 30 hours? No, that you have to go get a hotel. So you want to look for the one with the least stops, the least, not layover time, but time that you sit in the airport. I don't know, what do you call that? Airport sitting. Well, in my situation, I've actually laid in the airport, put my coat behind my head and slept. Sometimes I have to get to the airport at midnight and to pick up a 5 a.m. flight. You know what I mean? 6 a.m. I think they call that a red-eye flight. So, for some reason, it's very warm today. There was a lot of detours here in Lynchburg, but I got to see the train up close. It was wonderful. Yeah, I got to see the train up close. So, I think this is a Lana Turner look, don't you think? Okay, for you probably don't even know who the hell Lana Turner is. But I'm headed to the post office to mail my something to my daughter. And let's see. Oh, other things to consider. I like the window seat. Sitting towards the back of the plane is safer. Now, my ex was an A&P mechanic, and we got to fly all over the U.S. for free, if there was any available seats. And sometimes they would throw him on a plane like up to New Jersey in the middle of the night with minus 15 degrees. They would throw him on the jump seat in between the pilot and co-pilot, and he would fix airplanes with it was so cold that his beard would freeze. Yeah, that's what A&P mechanics do. Now, he went from the bottom of the barrel with about 25 guys at Dulles to the top within 2 years, because he's very, very smart and intelligent. So, yeah, I got to see the train last night. That was so nice. Now I'm headed to the post office. This will be the first time I've never had to use my GPS, and I've lived here for 2 years. I'm trying to pull up something for my tax records, and maybe it's on my computer and not my phone, because I use my phone for a lot of my computer work. But back to the airlines, okay? I think Newark and Atlanta are the two busiest ones. You've got to read what is allowed on the plane. I think it's 3 ounces, and it has to fit in a quart-sized bag, if I remember. But the last 2 times I have gotten on a plane, they don't make you separate that onto the tray. But if you can get away with it, wear loafers or flip-flops. If you can get away with it. I don't know which way I have to turn here. There's no markings on the road. Oh, my. Yeah, and you want to wear... You're going to have to take off everything, your coats, your hats. So I would not wear hats or gloves unless you can handle it, because you're going to have to take that off, put it in the tray. And you don't talk. You don't talk about bombs in line. You're you have to be very respectful. And if you even look suspicious, they're going to make you go strip down somewhere. And you're going to have to put your hands up. They're going to do a photograph of your body. And I could see where a lot of transsexuals would have some problems with this. You know, it's just like a private area. I don't know, but let's see, what else can I tell you? If you're at the airport and you get confused, just stop, take a deep breath, and look around you, because there are signs everywhere. Now, sometimes I will get a little confused when I have to get on those little commuter train to go to one section of the airport or another. You have to take these trains, or I forgot what, not really trains. It's a commuter, I don't know. There's a word for it, but sometimes that's not very clear, because you have to go to different areas of the airport. Now here, this has happened to me a lot lately. I will be sitting at the gate where I need to be, and all of a sudden I'll find out. So set your alerts. This is very important. Set your alerts on your phone. And don't even rely by that. I would go and ask the lady sitting behind the desk. They will change the gate on you, and you will only have like 3 minutes to run like a banshee. So if you can, I think Temu sells this, and Amazon, where you've got to free up your hands. You've got to have free hands, because you've got to have to pull out your IDs constantly. Get the thing on your luggage where you can put your coffee or your water. Bring an empty water bottle, then you can fill it up, and it'll save you like $3 or $4 many times over. Bring an empty water bottle. And another trick is, I've always learned, bring lightweight materials. Very lightweight materials. What I mean by that is like see-through tops, or tops that are like silky, because you want that suitcase to be under, and you've got to get, if you want to start traveling a lot, you've got to get the scales that you pick up. And the better one is the one when you hook it to your luggage, that you can look down and see it without having to do this kind of thing. Yeah. And toiletries. Sometimes it's not worth to bring that shampoo or the conditioner or body wash or soap, because you're going to find that in every country. I've never gone somewhere where you didn't have that, except maybe I went to Eleuthera once, and that was a really small island. That would have been a little bit of an issue. But also, before you walk out that door, have your checklist. There's many checklists, traveling checklists for the beach, or wherever you want to go. Make sure you check off your chargers, your passport, your new ID with the star on it. I got mine last year. Make sure you've got that passport, because my sister-in-law, the one I talk about a lot, who's no longer here, she was going on a very wonderful trip, didn't have her passport, so she had to get a member of her family to drive to her house, get the ID, and they did a screenshot, and actually at Dulles, I think they took it. I could not believe that. But yeah, make sure you go through that checklist. That's extremely important. And you want that passport to be with an easy access of your hand. That's why I say, get that thing that you put right over top of your handle that will let you have some water or a cup of coffee. Also, this has been a problem with me. To free up my hands, I always take a hat because of sun damage. And I was always having to hold my hat. Well, if you get this thing from Temu or Amazon, you're going to pay probably double. It's a snap that goes right over your handle of your luggage, and it has a snap where it snaps right over top the brim of your hat, and then you take that through the airport. That is very convenient if you can get one, if you're one of those hat people. And it is also good to get a very thin little blanket, because they don't always have this on the airplanes. A thin little blanket to cover up. Or if you've got a coat, you can just cover up with that. Sometimes I'll bundle up my coat, put it behind me on a window seat, and fall asleep. I have also sometimes taken a Flexerol or maybe a third of a Xanax to help you sleep on the plane. I hardly have ever watched a movie. Now, watching a movie on an airplane is another whole thing. You're going to have to bring your a certain type of earphones or whatever to listen. you need to like check on that, because they have different plug-in styles. Maybe nowadays it's all Bluetooth. Well, here's some negatives about going away for 3 weeks or 2 weeks. You got to have someone to water your plants, to check your house, to get your mail, and whatever you had planned to do on your to-do list doesn't get done, because I got to put down some pre-emergent, and then my garden gets delayed a little bit. But I'm not going to put hardly any money into a garden this year, because like you know, I have a groundhog and a deer that I've been supporting for 2 years. Yeah, it makes me so sad to see my squash plants ate off, you know, the tomatoes. I don't know. I must have a very tasty garden. But you really need a fence, and I know that now. But who in the world would have thought, I live right in the city of Lynchburg, that I would have deer? I mean, I have caught them on my surveillance cameras. Who would have thought? Somebody thought I was nuts by saying that. And I go, nope, nope, nope. A lot of people think I am, like I said on the last video, full of it. No. I have proof to back up everything that I say. Now, sometimes I might substitute the wrong word for something, so you have to forgive me for that one. But yeah, there is some negatives to going on vacation. I went on vacation at Ocean City when I lived on the broccoli farm, and my house was broken into and robbed. And the cop says, oh, you're fine. Nobody's going to do that again. They did it again in 7 days. I kid you not. Reminds me, I got to do my DMV renew. I think my registration is due. So my granddaughter gets a little confused about the traffic circles, and I told her, I said, if you're on the circle, you have the right of way, right? Just remember that. That's what I told her. So she's going to come over tomorrow and put together my exercise bike, because my God, I'm going to need it. I got to get real toned real fast. All right, bye.